What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with a Yanma evolution team. So we have got Yanma and Yanmega on this team. Quite a tricky team with all their weaknesses. So I'm going to be using 2 normal Yanma and 2 normal Yanmega and 1 in each of the shinies. So I've got Speed Boost, Compound Eyes, Tinted Lens, and Frisk ability to work with today. So some good abilities for sure. Now, I tried to make it that I would have a chance of winning battles with some real sweeping sets on most of the Pokemon. So either with these battles, I either dominated or I got destroyed. A couple of the battles are actually really close though, so I hope you enjoy. Who likes Yanma and Yanmega? Let me know in the comment section. I have to say that Yanma's shiny is so nice. That blue is, that sky blue and green is really nice. So our first random Pokemon battle here, this one is against Mike, and we have a Politoed lead. Politoed is going to be setting up the Rain. Now, my first set here is a physical Yanma with reversal, and it actually did really well in a lot of the battles that I had, which is surprising because it doesn't really have a lot of attack. So I have Double Team, Sword Dance, Hypnosis, and Reversal with Terra Fighting. So in comes PIMPNITE. You don't get to see that Pokemon very often, and I had a kind of feeling I would have a priority move to get rid of my Yanma, but it's okay. It did a pretty good job there taking out, the Politoed. All right, our next Pokemon, we got his Yanma as well. This is a Choice Spec set. We got Air Slash, Psychic, Bug Buzz, and Giga Drain. I gave this one Modest Nature, Max Special Attack, and Max Speed. Whereas the first one, first Yanma, the physical one, was Max Attack and Max Speed, Naive Nature. This has the Frisk ability too. So we got a Terra Steel Quick Attack, which did a lot of damage, and I just went for Air Slash there. So this is a bulky pattern, which is interesting. It's also actually quite a good counter for my team too. Well, mostly any steel Pokemon were a good counter for this team. Like, especially, I had people setting up Stealth Rocks turn 1 with like meta teams. So it was a difficult team to even get some wins with. So we have the Moltres coming in. Look at the damage that Yanma did there. And now we have got a huge counter with Moltres using Hurricane in the rain, 100% accuracy. So I'm thinking, all right, how am I going to do this? How am I going to stay into this battle? Can I provide them with the challenge here? So we're going to bring in the special Yanmega set. This is my Throat Spray Terra Rock one. So I've got Throat Spray, Ancient Power, Air Slash, and Giga Drain. Now I thought about it for a bit. I thought maybe I should just go for the Ancient Power, but what if Moltres outspeeds me, right? I'm cooked, right? So I have to kind of go for that. This one is probably definitely one of the best sets on my team for sure. So we got Speed Boost as the ability, and Max Health and Max Special Attack, Modest Nature. So of course Moltres outspeeds me, and I lived that Hurricane really well, and now I can go for the Ancient Power. Ancient Power is easily going to be enough to take out the Moltres, which is great. So that was a huge counter gone there, which was good. Next Pokemon is going to be Hydrapple. So I thought, I've got Bug Buzz and I've got Air Slash. Both of these are going to be pretty good options here. Now, I'm thinking they're definitely going to go for a Grass move or a Water move here. And I got a flinch on Air Slash, which is really good because, with only 2 Pokemon left and they had so many Pokemon left, I needed a little bit of luck there just to stay into this battle ride to give them some competition. So they're going to be swapping out the Hydrapple and going into their next Pokemon here, and I critted it. I actually crit the Dreadnought in one shot, but I don't think it mattered too much anyway. I think I would have outsped that, regardless, right? Obviously, there's a Speed Boost set. You can't see, but Speed Boost, it's coming up continually there. I think it's getting cut out. So that is the end of Hydrapple. It's going to get dropped. That really wasn't too much for a problem there. Now we've got the PIMPNITE coming back in here. So this Yanmega is really taking out a lot of their team now. And I can see left here that they have got a Oricorio left as the last Pokemon, as the electric ones. I thought, all right, that is going to be okay with this too, but how am I going to get rid of this? I probably need to hit it with Bug Buzz, get some damage. Maybe I should try and flinch it with Air Slash. I knew that I had Quick Attack, but outside of that, I couldn't do a lot to it. So I went for Air Slash. It did pretty good damage. I was happy with that. and it has Earthquakes. It's like, that sucks. So Yanmega is going to faint there. So they got Quick Attack and Earthquake. So that is Yanmega bye-bye. So I've got one more left. So I've got no Terror now, and I'm going to have to come in clutch here with another Pokemon that is a meme set as well. So I've got a physical Yanmega. So this physical Yanmega is a Tinted Lead set with Sword Dance and Leech Life. And I thought, well, in this matchup, I think it's going to be, somewhat okay, because at least I'll get a boosted on the Tinted Lens, like a not very effective move. So the PIMPNITE's going to go for a Bulk Up, which is interesting. So it's got Bulk Up, Quick Attack 2, which is an Earthquake. So I guess Quick Attack was going to be their option they went for. Bit of an interesting set there with Quick Attack. And I chose to go for another Sword Dance. I had absolutely nothing to lose here. I thought, if I get enough Sword Dances up, I can go for Leech Life and do tons and tons of damage there and prepare myself for that Oricorio too. So they're going to use Quick Attack again. I've got the Citrus Berry, and I'm going to be able to eat that one, which is good, giving me some more health back. This is max attack and max speed, by the way. Leech Life does a really, really good amount of damage there, giving me virtually all of my health back, which is excellent against the Paramecium. It's just a Pokemon you never ever get to see, which is really cool. So I can virtually finish this off, and then they cancel the battle. So I would have ended up, I'd say, easily beating the rest of their team there. So interesting battle there for sure. They had such an advantage at the start there, and I actually managed to get around all the counters, which was really cool. Let's get on to battle number 2 here. I have no idea who my opponent's trainer name is. Of course, thank you to all the people that always translate the non-English names. I do appreciate you. So we got a Hitmonlee lead here, which is interesting. And they're going to be swapping that out into Raichu. So Raichu, well, any electric type Pokemon is definitely going to be a counter for Yanmega. So I thought it actually is a pretty good opportunity to go for a Terra Ground, because I can get a second Sword Dance off here, and then I could start going for Leech Life maybe. I did think about just attacking with Leech Life right away, but I thought, if it goes, it might even have something annoying like Nuzzle. But I'm pretty sure they're just going to either go for Thunderbolt or Volt Switch, or at worst Thunder Wave, which wouldn't be very ideal anyway. So we're going to go for that Terra Ground Yanmega and hope for the best there. So we got the Sword Dance, we outspeed, we got that Jolly Nature, max attack and max speed. And now the Raichu is going to go for T-Bolt. So that's not going to do anything because we're now a ground type. So we're very, very nicely set up here. Now, Yanmega doesn't have a lot of attack. Its attack stat is actually kind of bad. It's like 76 or something base in attack. And I need a lot of Sword Dances. So I've got 4 of them. So it is hitting pretty hard now. So Raichu is down, and in comes Hitmonlee. So I guess they're checking if I've got a flying move. So I've got Dual Wing Beat here, and Dual Wing Beat misses, which sucks because I really, really wanted that to land, and they're going to get a free close combat against me. However, I'm actually able to live that one, which is really good. So I'm able to get my Citrus Berry to heal, and now Hitmonlee's defenses are even weaker, but even so, at +4, I would have taken them out anyway. I did contemplate actually going for that, but I was like, I'm going to go for Leech Life with Tinted Lens, and I dropped it in one shot. So I essentially got all the health back there that I had before. I wouldn't have probably done that if they didn't go for close combat. So we're kind of back to where we started, right? Tinted Lens is awesome. Next Pokemon is going to be the King Toilet. Maybe they think I've only got a defensive Terra, but I've actually got Terra Blast Ground as well. Now at +4, this is definitely going to hurt. Even a bulky Pokemon like King Gambit is going to get shredded. So we are getting a physical Yanmega sweep only on PIMPNITE Channel here, and we're doing it without speed boost as well. We're going with Tinted Lens. So out comes the Teapot, and there goes the Teapot. So I'm assuming they probably had a Focus Sash weak armor set. So I knew not to go for a single move there, because they probably would have gone for a Shell Smash and reverse swept me. So the Teapot is down there. I'm having some tea too. I'm having a nice hot English breakfast tea. Next Pokemon is Malamar. I'm like, goodness me, this is going to do like 1,000,000 damage. Malamar's entire family tree, and the family tree before that, and the one before that died. That's 5 Pokemon down. The last Pokemon is Ho-Oh. So I was like, here we go. Now, I thought they may bring this in earlier on, but I was like, okay, I'm just going to go for dual wing beat. I don't know what they're going to go for here. What terror will they have? So the Ho-Oh is got Terra Fire. So I'm like, that's actually really good because I went for dual wing beat. Now, I was wondering if it was going to be a sweeping set or bulky, and, my question was quickly answered. It was a sweeping set, and Dual Wing Beat was a 2-hit KO on Ho-Oh, and that is a fully physical Yanmega sweep. That was absolutely awesome. Like, this video deserves a like just for that, so you can check out that Yanmega build. Give it a try, guys. Probably Speed Boost may work a little bit better on that. For the speed, because it can get outsped, but man, it's a good set. I don't mind that at all. All right, next battle. This is a random one. This is against the homie Bruno, and we've got a Rayquaza. So I'm going to be putting Rayquaza to sleep with a fat hypnosis. Now, Rayquaza is going to be sleeping at the moment, which is good because I was very, very worried about, well, virtually any move, like a Dragon Ascent, anything, right? So I thought I'd set up a couple of sword dances against Rayquaza because Yanma's attack, I mean, what's its attack? It's like base 65, so it's nothing to write home about. So we're getting some speed boosts up, we're going well, we're getting W's, then they swapped out the Rayquaza. I'm like, okay, fair enough, I see you. So the next Pokemon they're going to bring in here is going to be Miraidon. I'm like, oh no. Now, I seen this in the team preview. I was ready for this. I'm like, okay, let's get a double team up here. I did that anyway because I thought Rayquaza may have another turn of sleep. So I've got a lot of speed boost up here. I'll definitely be able to outspeed Miraidon. This was a non-restrictions battle here anyway, so it didn't really matter if Miraidon was level 90, level 91, 92, or level 100. It was all, level 50. It was always going to take Yanma down to 1 HP, right? So I've got that 1 HP live. And I got the Focus Sash. So now I'm going to be able to go for a fully powered up reversal. And that's Terra Fighting as well. It's like, let's get this Yanma sweep, or, at least attempt to anyway. So go for that Terra Fighting Yanma, only on PIMPNITE's channel. And it looks good. It's like, this is probably one of my favorite shiny Pokemon in Gen 2. Because you had to actually get it in a swarm. The swarms in Gen 2, like you hear them on the radio or whatever. Really, really nice shiny. So that's the end of Miraidon, rolled out like a lounger in rug. Didn't matter if it was level 1 or level 100. We had so much boost up there, and reversal was at full base power. So in comes Greninja. I thought, you probably got Water Shuriken, but they didn't. I was like, this is good. This is real good. So I hit the Greninja with a reversal to the face, and that's down. We're getting a Yanmega sweep here, 1 HP. So this is really good. The next Pokemon's going to be the homie Iron Boulder. Now, Iron Boulder's got that Quark Drive, and that is going to be boosting its speed. I'm like, well, that's not going to matter. I've got so many speed boosts up at the moment. So I'm going for a reversal, and Iron Boulder's down. I'm like, oh my goodness, are we going to get this sweep? Like, Rayquaza is still around in the back there, but it's sleeping, right? So the homie Bruno, the last Pokemon is the Rayquaza, because they only brought 4 along. I think they were pretty confident they were going to win this battle. Now we got a little Timmy Terra. I was like, okay, what are you going to have as your Terra? But I was like, well, it'd be better if it like resisted it, and it was Terra Dragon. So Dragon these nuts. It's like, all right, I'm going to go for the reversal. I was like, okay. This is going to do lots of damage, right? This shouldn't just a kill. And before I got the kill, they salty rage quit. They rage quit into a Yanma, a physical Yanma. Little homie, that switch got snapped in half like a Kit Kat. Homie just wanted to tap out of that battle. All right, let's get on to battle number 4. Let's get a like for that. Come on, guys. That deserves a like. Give me a like on the video for that. Tell me what you think of the Yanma and Yanmega. Oh, this is a really funny battle, right? Because I battled this person the first time, right? I went for a Terra Rock on the first go, fainted one of their Pokemon, and then they cancelled the battle. And then I searched for another battle and battled them again. And then I found them again, so like, all right, I'll do the same thing. I'll leave with the same Pokemon. But this time I didn't go for Terra Rock, and they went for Stomping Tantrum. They used the knowledge of our first battle to go for that. It was freaking crazy. So I thought they were going to cancel the battle again, but they didn't, right? And then they brought in the Luxray. So Luxray's going to drop my Yanmega's attack. Not that it really matters at all because I'm running a special set. And I'm going to go for Ancient Power, trying to boost up the stats, you know. Luxray is going to be a special set going for Discharge. Ouch, that did a lot of damage. So that was my max health Yanmega. I took a big hit there for sure. So I'm going to go for Bug Buzz here and feint the Luxray. So we've taken out Donphan, we've taken out Luxray. I can't believe they predicted me to go for like, because they knew I had Terra Rock, right? So they used that knowledge when we rebattle. So out comes the Phalanx. I don't know if I really like Phalanx as shiny. It sort of looks like poop. I'm not sure. So we're going to go for the Air Slash here. I was like, this should easily take it out. But it had a Focus Sash. I'm like, all right. So Focus Sash is going to make it live. And it went for Smart Strike. I'm like, oh, okay. So that is the end of Yanmega. I thought they may try and boost their stats with no retreat, but they didn't. Next Pokemon is Yanma, the physical set, the reversal set. I like how Yanma moves as well around this Looks very smooth. Now, also, this is the Switch 2 console too, for those who haven't watched my videos for a little bit. As you can see, it's really, really smooth now. So I think we're on to only Switch 2 content now. I think I've pretty much done... I think I pretty much uploaded everything. All right, so Yanma is going to take that, you know, okay, but it's not in maximum range for reversal, so I know it's not going to be like super good. But since Phalanx was only on 1 health, it was enough to actually take it out. So that was, at least that was good. Now, next Pokemon to come out is going to be Palossand. Like, yeah, this is very, very problematic because I've only got reversal, which is a fighting type move. So I thought for a second, at least I could put the Sandcastle to sleep. And then maybe, you know, maybe swap in something or use this Yanma later on. So the Sandcastle was going to close its eyes. I think it's... Did it close its eyes? I'm not sure. I don't know if it closed its eyes. I don't think it did. I don't know. So anyway, I've got a speed boost here. I have to swap out. There's nothing I can do at all. We got to try and beat this Sandcastle. So what I did is I went into my second Yanma, the Choice Specs Frisk set, and it's got a big root. So I'm like, okay, you've definitely got, you know, for you to have that, you've got Giga Drain, right? Or some sort of draining move. I guess Giga Drain because of a special move. So we got to swap there, and we got Tentacruel coming in. So like, oh, Tentacruel, I can go for Psychic against that. And that'll do some really, really good damage. So Tentacruel is going to be able to take that. It's got a lot of special defense, like just base, even for a sweeping set. So I actually managed to live the Sludge Wave there, but I got poisoned by Tentacruel, which is a bit of a shame. Tentacruel's going to have the Black Sludge as the item too. But I know that I can outspeed Tentacruel, which is really good, and I figured even if they did swap here, the Sandcastle will take lots of damage. So they're going to keep the Tentacruel in, and that is the end of Tentacruel, which is excellent. So, you know, Choice Specs Yanma is doing some pretty good damage here. You can also run Choice Specs on Yanmega too. It's even, like, it's way better. So in comes the Haxorus. I just went for a last Psychic here to do some damage. I was like, I wonder what Terra Haxorus is going to be, or are they just going to have, like, Dragon? No, they did. They had Terra Dragon Haxorus. I thought they may try for Steel. I was a bit worried that, you know, if it was Steel and they had a Dragon dance up. So Psychic, we got that Choice Spec Psychic. Good damage there. Good damage. And then they went for Outrage. So Outrage on Haxorus is going to be no joke. It's going to be hitting really, really hard. So I thought, do I go onto my Yanma that I already kind of used before and just get some reversal damage off, or try and put them to sleep here? Now, I was thinking of this set. I thought Speed Boost could be good, but so could Compound Eyes with Hypnosis. Like, they could both be good strategies there. But the thing is, with Compound Eyes, it's good for Hypnosis, but not so good for Speed. And the double team, if I got enough double teams up, then I could probably use the Compound Eyes. But so I sort of mixed in between both of those abilities there. But most of the time, say 99% of the time, the Speed Boost one would be better. It allowed me to outspeed stuff and, you know, things like that. So I put I actually put the Dragon to sleep here, the Haxorus, and I can just go for reversal now. But I'm not at maximum damage there, so I've still got like a quarter of my health, or, you know, around a little bit over a quarter of my health. So I went for reversal, and as expected, it did nothing, right? So Haxorus is gonna wake up here, but it is confused. I was like, well, this would be cool if it hit itself for confusion, but I'm not gonna hold my breath, right? And then it did, like, oh wow, that's really lucky. I might be able to get another I might be able to, almost take this out. So I went for a reversal here, and it just missed the KO. It lived on 1 HP, so I was like, damn, Haxorus was just said the merch was available. So now it's going to go for Outrage, and, obviously that is the end of my Yanma now. It did a pretty good job, though. So all that's left is my Yanmega. Now, as you know, this is my physical set. So I could take the Haxorus out easily now, or I could go for Sword Dance. I thought I better take Haxorus out because it is it's a hard hitter. It's going to do a lot of damage. And as you know, this Sword Dance set, as I mentioned before, is not max health. It's only max attack and max speed, so it has nowhere near as much bulk. The last Pokemon is going to be the Sleeping Palossand. Now, I've got Sword Dance, and I've got Terra left too, so I thought, what are you going to use against me? So I decided to go for a Terra here. I thought that could be a good idea to go for, in case they had a super effective move against me. Now, I had a bit of an idea that they might have Giga Drain, but I wasn't 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure because they had Big Root. So I'm going to go for a Sword Dance here. I'm going to boost up my attack, and that's going to give me a plus 2 in attack, which is fine. Palossand's going to be sleeping that turn, so a bit unlucky there for them. I like how Palossand's little shovel slowly rotates around on its head. So I got a couple of Sword Dances up here. Palossand's going to wake up and go for a Giga Drain. That does a lot of damage. So that is a 2-hit KO. However, I still have that Citrus Berry. So that's going to turn that into a 3-hit KO. Unless I get critted. I just finished a Palossand off with a massive Tinted Lens Leech Life. And that's going to get all of my health back there. And that is also the end of the battle. So a cool battle there. Hope you enjoyed that. And props to my opponent for bringing some interesting Pokemon too. You don't get to see a lot of those Pokemon. Especially like Palossand and stuff like that. And you just don't get to see that. All right, let's get on to battle number 5. Today we have got 7 battles too. So a lot of these battles were quick battles too. I mean, that was probably the longest battle that I honestly had with this team. All right, this is the theme team as well. I wonder if you can guess what it is. Probably your clues will be probably the nicknames and what moves they use. So Yanma is just going to roll that Farigiraf right out there in one move. And we got a feint there, early feint. Now we've got the Dragapult coming in. So I'm locked into Choice Specs at Bug Buzz. And I was thinking, do I want to swap here? Now, this is actually a pretty scary Pokemon because I can't use my Reversal Yanma at all. That's completely out. And I was thinking, well, maybe I should swap that in and just sack it off. I thought, nah, I'm just going to attack this thing. I might be able to use that later on. So, the Dragapult goes for a double team. And I've got the Bug Buzz, but, as you can imagine, it did nothing. And then I got Curse Body, and I'm like, oh, no! So I was thinking to myself, do I even want to swap out here? Because it's probably going to attack this turn anyway. I'm just going to go for a struggle, Now, since I'm Choice Specs and my move got Curse Bodied, it's automatically going to make my Yanma struggle. So I thought, well, struggle is also going to be good too. At least I can get some damage on this and I can feint myself. So it's got 2 double teams up. So going for that struggle, I don't know if the health bar even moved then. And I didn't even want to swap out at this point. So it's going to have double hit. I wonder if you can guess what this is about. So double hit does not feint me, but of course struggle is. So that is all good. I could have swapped Yanma out there, but imagine if I went into my other Yanma. That would have got around my Focus Dash, wouldn't have it? So that would have been very, very bad. I could have lost that too. And that was a pretty good sweeper. So I decided to go into my physical set. I had Sword Dance here. I had Leech Life. I think this might be one of the older battles that I had. Actually, no, this was on the Switch too. I think my computer was dying when I was recording this battle too. If there's any a couple of little glitches, it's just my PC. So we got a Terra Normal Dragapult, and it's going to go for a Curse there. So it's making use of Curse, boosting its attack and defense. However, it is going to be dropping its speed. So I went for Dual Wing Beat, and of course the double team is gonna obviously make it miss. So then I went for a Leech Life, and it did very, very little. And then I got Curse Bodied again. I'm like, are you serious? So now they're gonna go for another Curse here. I was like, hang on, what is this set? So they've got Curse, Double Team, and Double Hit. Interesting set. So I thought, I need some, maybe I should get Sword Dance, maybe I should just keep attacking it. I decided just to keep attacking and getting damage here. It wasn't really doing much at all there. That was like 2 curses. And this thing already has really, really good bulk about it too. So double hit is going to be double disastrous for my Yanmega. However, I do have citrus berries, so I was like, oh, I might just be able to live, this next attack here. And I did. I lived it on 8 health, which is really, really good. So I thought, all right, I've got Leech Life. I may as well go for that, but it's still disabled. What are my other options? I could go for Dual Wing Beat again, or I could go for Terra Blast, because Terra Blast actually is going to, be better in this situation, but Terra Blast missed then, so I was like, So the last move was Double Edge. I was like, I see what this set is all about. So Yanmega's gonna fight. I guess I expected to die there, and then the Dragapult actually didn't die to the recall there. So I brought in my Yanma. I thought, all right, this is very problematic. I can go for Reversal, or I can go for Sword Dance here. I don't know if they're going to go for double hit at all. So I did a big risky play here. I went for the Sword Dance. So they're going to go for Double Edge. I guess, double hit isn't 100% accurate. And Double Edge is going to take me down to 1 health, which is good. So that is going to be the end of Dragapult. It's just going to feint itself to the recoil. So I've got maximum power on Reversal now. And I've got some speed behind it too, which is going to be, it's going to be quite handy. Next Pokemon we got here is going to be Flamigo. So I was like, that resistant bugger. I thought about going for Hypnosis here. I thought maybe I could go for Hypnosis, or maybe I should just go for Reversal to get some damage on it. I thought I better get some damage. So Reversal does good amounts of damage, around just a little bit under half health. And they're going to finish me off with a double kick. I'm like, all right, so you definitely know what this team's all about now. I'm sure you can guess. So what I'm going to bring in here, I know this surprised you, is going to be my next Yanmega. So this is the special one. This also has leftovers too, so it's like a bulky set. I guess it did resist my my Reversal, but you never know. So I've got Air Slash. That's going to be good, but I thought maybe I want to get Bug Buzz up here to get my Throat Spray, and then I can finish it off. That might be a wise idea, because I might not be able to use Bug Buzz against the next Pokemon. I might just have to, straight up attack. So I got a nice special defense drop there, which is really good. Not that Flamigo is never going to faint to an Air Slash, and I got my special attack, which is fine. So this has double team as well. I was like, no, this is very bad. So I had to, hopefully I would land my attacks, because you never know with double team. Like, evasion moves are always interesting, because sometimes they work really well, but then other times it's like you don't even have evasion up. Like, I've used Minimize like 3 times before, and then every single time I'd keep getting hit by moves and I'd faint. So that's evasion for you. Anyway, that is the end of Flamigo. That's good. Now we got one more Pokemon, because it was 4 Pokemon. Our last Pokemon is going to be Double Dip. I'm like, oh no, I know what move this is going to have, and it's going to be bad. So I've got to go for a Terra Rock. Now, Siggy, if I go for Terra Rock, that will open me up to fighting type moves. But I have to be able to do that to be able to resist an electric type move. So I need to do that. So we're gonna go for that Terra Rock. Terra Rock Yanmega. I like our Terra Rock Yanmega. I like how it looks too. It's like a ginormous rock just floating on top of its head. So Air Slash is going to be enough to take it out, and that's the end of the battle. So I thought there might be a Focus Sash there. I was a little bit worried about that, but there wasn't one. So that is the end of the battle. Hope you guys enjoyed that. A really cool team there. Difficult team to use for sure. Let's get on to battle number 6 here. Yeah, battle number 6. All right, first, next round of battle. This one is a Krabby Gnaw. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. So we have my Yanma lead here. So I thought, well, they're probably just going to use Water Pulse, right, for Mega Launcher ability. So that's going to take me down to 1 health. The only thing I was a bit worried about was Confusion, but that was only a small little chance there. So I've got that 1 HP. I've got that speed boost up, so now I can go for Reversal. So that's going to do a lot of damage to Clawitzer. Clawitzer goes down to a crit. Now, I don't think that actually mattered at all. I'm very, very surprised if that mattered. So that's the end of that. Next Pokemon we got here is going to be Staraptor called Starscream. Okay, so definitely thinking Scarf or Quick Attack. So obviously I wasn't going to swap there. So Yanma is down. So I'm like, all right. this is a heavy, heavy counter to my team. I know they've got flying moves, so I'm gonna have to produce the goods here. So go to Yanmega. This is the special set. So I thought, if I go for Terra Rock Ancient Power, this should save me. I doubt they're going to predict that and go for close combat. Well, I hope they didn't, right? So we got that Terra Rock Yanmega, and I was thinking Ancient Power should do a lot here. Will it take out Staraptor? I wasn't sure. So they actually went for Quick Attack. I guess they expected to be outsped here. They just wanted to get some damage there. And I just went for Ancient Power and dropped them. So I'm like, all right, fair enough. I could have outsped them as well. I wasn't 100% sure. So that could have been choice banned. Actually, that could have been choice banded as well now that I think about it. So Milotic is their next Pokemon. This is very bad because Milotic is a bulky Pokemon. And all I pretty much got to hit this with, and it's got Mystic Water as well, so it's going to be boosting its Water-type moves. All I've really got is like Giga Drain, and then I got burned by Skull, which sucks. But even after the burn, I'm going to be able to live this turn. Only just though, so I thought, do I do Giga Drain or do I do Air Slash? They're going to be swapping out the Milotic there, obviously scared of what Yanma can do, super powerful Pokemon. And then Gengar comes in. So like, all right, that's not bad. I went for Giga Drain and, well, it did virtually nothing as expected. But I did do enough damage just to get my, enough health back there. Then I got Curse Bodies. I'm like, oh, that's it. It's just the way it goes, So now I can't use Giga Drain choice specs against Milotic unless I swap out. And then Gengar... Actually, that was another struggle there. I had to struggle there because I was choice spec. Wow, I got struggled again. So that's the end of Yanma. So I brought in Yanmega. A little when someone struggles too, that little menu there, see that Y and then move info, that will stay up on the screen for like the remainder of the battle, or a lot of times in there. So Gengar's going to outspeed me to be expected, and I've got that Citrus Berry. I only just lived that because that was a Life Orb Shadow Ball, so some pretty serious stuff there. I'm going to go for Leech Life, and I didn't get enough damage here, which really, really sucks. I was hoping for some more damage against the Gengar. Now I thought, well, I'll just go for Dual Wing Beat, and they're going to go for Sludge Bomb, and that is going to fame me. But it was a pretty close battle there. I was thinking, I've got my last Yanmega. I think I'm cooked here. I'll bring it in. I'll go for Bug Buzz, I guess, and take them out for the Milotic thing. I've got that. So I've got Bug Buzz. I was like, let's just go ahead and use that. I think I'm going to die anyway. Then they went for Destiny Mon. I'm like, Will this fate them? This is interesting. So watch this, right? It didn't fate them. So I was able to get a Bug Buzz off. It was free real estate. So I know they were salty about that. But even better, I got a speed boost here, right? So I was like, can I outspeed Gengar at this point? And it still outspeeds me because I don't have any speed EVs. And they managed to get a Shadow Ball off, and I managed to live it. But they got a special defensive drop, which is pretty good there. So that's going to fate the Gengar with a Life Orb damage. So that was good. So all that's left is Milotic now. So this set, as you know, is a pretty hard hitter. But Milotic is pretty bulky too. So I went for Giga Drain, and it didn't do enough damage there. I mean, not enough damage to actually be able to live, another Scald after that. Maybe I could have gone for Air Slash there, but who knows? Air Slash may not even, have flinched or anything like that. So Milotic is going to counter my Yanmega at the end there. But it was a pretty close battle, indeed. So Milotic was just too bulky, I guess. Let's get on to the 7th battle here, the 7th and final battle. This one is against Segsy Sniper, and we have a Ariados lead. I think this was the last battle that I actually did with this team. So we're going to team of 6 Pokemon here, and there's actually a couple of scary Pokemon on there, but I was definitely thinking, well, Ariados is obviously going to be for Sticky Web, but, Sticky Web's not going to be useful against this team at all. So I had a bit of an unlucky start to the battle here because Air Slash missed. I was like, that sucks, that would have taken Ariados down to its Focus Sash if it had it, which I'm sure that it does. And they're going to use Toxic Thread, a move you don't get to see very often. It poisons and drops speed. Then they swapped out the Ariados, and they brought in Great Tusk. So I thought, ooh, this will be great if I land this. And Great Tusk takes a great amount of damage. they were probably going to destroy my team with rock-type moves or set stealth rock up. So I'm very thankful that's gone. So in comes Kyurem White. I was like, oh, this is bad. And we've got a Terra here. So I'm like, uh-oh. Like, this is bad because it just hits so hard. And my Terras they're not really going to do anything. I like how small the Terra Dragon, look how small the little Terra Dragon is. Anyway, they're going to unload an Ice Beam, outspeeding Yanma. I thought, oh no, I'm in a lot of trouble here. This is a very good counter to my team. The only Pokemon that's left that has a chance of beating this is the mighty physical Yanma. So I thought, if I go Sword Dance, and then I can go Reversal, I could go for Terra Fighting and Faint It, but do I want to go for Terra Fighting? That's the thing. Do I want to waste it on this Pokemon? So they're going to use Fusion Flare, taking me down to 1 HP to, Ice Beam, Fusion Flare, anything was going to take me down to 1 health. So Yanma's going to live that. I get another speed boost. Not that it matters. I managed to outspeed it anyway. And I really thought about this. I was like, nah, I don't want to waste it just in case it actually faints it. So I went for that and it almost take it out. So I was like, oh, that sucks, mate. Maybe I should have gone for that. But there were a couple of Pokemon I was interested in on their team. They might have a priority move or something like that. So I didn't do that. And I thought, well, Ariados too, if that's got a sash, I won't be able to get around that, even if I take it down to 1 HP, which I highly doubted. So that was another good reason not to do that. So I brought in my Yanmega. I was a bit concerned here because this Yanmega was the bulky set, so I had no speed EV. So I'd have to take at least 1 attacking move. So I was hoping they'd go for a Fusion Flare so I could resist that and then faint them and then get a speed boost. That was my hope anyway. I was like, please don't use Ice Beam though, because I have no idea whether I'm going to live that. Unfortunately for me, Kyurem's going to use Ice Beam, and I just lived that, only just. And I managed to get the Bug Bus off here, and Kyurem is down. So that's excellent stuff there. So Kyurem is down, and that's a +1 in special attack. Some good stuff right there. Next Pokemon's going to be Basculin. Now, I've seen Basculin in the team preview, like, that was another reason, because I knew that it might have Aqua Jet, and there you go, it did. So that was a good counter to my Yanma and my Yanmega too. So I'm down to 1 Pokemon here, which is my physical Yanmega. So things are not looking good at all, I can tell you that. So I thought to myself, what can I do here? I've got to get Sword Dance up to try and get me back in the game. So I got the Sword Dance up. I was a little bit worried if it had Head Smash too, because it can, I'm pretty sure it can get that. And then for Ice Fang. Ice Fang does a good amount of damage, but since I'm running max health, I'm actually able to live those moves really well. So they followed up with Aqua Jet. I guess they expected they were going to faint that turn. And Citrus Berry gets me some good health back, and then I went for Leech Life, and Basculin faints. I'm like, yes, that's really good, because I got all that health back, and I managed to get a Sword Dance up too, which is going to be very beneficial for Basculin, right? So 3 Pokemon down. Now we got the Ariados. I'm like, yep, I know you're going to have Focus Sash. I'm not going to fall for that. I'm going to go for Dual Wing Beat, and it's going to be 2 hits. So there's the first one. There's the Focus Sash. So, whenever you see an Ariados, most of the time it's going to be running Sash. Unless it's like one of those sniper critting ones that might have a focus energy scope lens strategy. So 4 Pokemon down. Can I get this W? Next Pokemon is going to be Meloetta. I was going to do a Meloetta cry there, but I don't think you want to hear me sing. And Meloetta is going to faint too to a Leech Life. Getting them mixed up. Last Pokemon is going to be Meowscarlet called Muffin. Man, I could go for a Muffin right now. A lot of that chocolate chip, and Meowscarlet is going to get dropped. I bit that Muffin, and that's it. That's the end of the battle. Hope you enjoyed this video, people. Drop a like if you did. Drop me a comment, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.